G'day guys. Are you trying to finish the epic raid? Are you sick of reading Reddit posts about encounters that make absolutely no sense? Well, this is the video for you guys, alright? In today's video, we're going to be going over the Hobgoblin encounter, alright? So first off, we're just going to start with all of the new changes to the mechanics and stuff in this epic version of this. And then I'll just run you through how you should go about doing all this, guys. And that's basically it. It's probably one of the easiest new epic raid encounters, but if you're not doing a few things in a certain way, it can become the hardest, basically. But if you're doing these few things, this can be a really easy encounter. All right, guys. So we're going to get right into the video and start off what the changes are. All right. So first of all, guys, just to put it simply, the new changes to this encounter are that the chronons that you're dunking, they have to be the correct colors in the correct portals, basically. So all the portals are going to have different colors, and there's a certain way that you can find out which portal is which color as well, guys. So I'll get right into that now. So as you'll see, guys, in the middle of the encounter, right above where the boss starts at the beginning, where you DPS him, and basically in the middle of all the rings that you run through, there is actually a hoop in the sky, just like the Latros encounter that you can dunk chronons in. And then you'll see next to each of the rings that you run through, there's actually one of these color boxes from some of the other encounters. All right, guys. So these are the boxes that are going to light up with the color of that hoop, so you can know. So basically, when you start the encounter, guys, you're going to want to run right to the back, just like you normally do. You're going to kill the Hydra, and that's what's going to spawn the Minotaurs. And at the start of this, guys, the Minotaurs are going to have all of the colors. They're going to have all three colors, basically. So as you can see here, guys, this one has a red lantern on it. And that red lantern here is going to correspond to that portal just behind it right there, guys. All right. And each of the portals are going to have one of these next to it. And what this is telling you is exactly what color chronon that the Minotaur that spawns from that portal is going to be giving. All right, guys. Alright guys, so you've started the encounter, you've ran to the back and killed the Hydra that starts spawning the Minotaurs. Like I said, they're gonna have all different colors at this point in the encounter. Just before you start the encounter, you're probably gonna want to have split up all your chronon runners and made sure that they're all picking up different colors, one red, one white, and one blue. So when you start the encounter, they're all gonna go grab one of their own color, guys. So basically, how you're gonna figure out which ring is for which color. So after, say, the red chronon runner has got his chronon, he's going to run over here from where he's picked up his thing. There's a ramp here, and then he's going to jump through the hoop in the middle. After he jumps through the hoop in the middle, guys, 2 or 1, depending, it's basically the way that these colors are going to be split up is there's going to be 2, 2, and 1. So there's going to be 2 of the colors and 1 of the colors, all right? After he's dunked that through, guys, let's just say 2 and 4 might glow. And they'll only glow for about, 3 to 4 seconds before it goes away. So it's important that you probably have one of your plate guys around here helping him find out which ones start glowing after he jumps through. After you've got that, guys, note that down. So say 2 and 4 are basically red. Then say the blue runner gets his, he comes and jumps through, 3 goes blue. And you guys have make sure you have had a look at this, and if it's only 3, that means that is the one color. All right, guys. The white runner doesn't have to jump through at this point. As long as you're confident that these are the ones that those 2 colors are, then you already know that 1 and 5 are going to be white. All right, guys, does that make sense? That's how you establish what color is each portal. So that's your first phase, all right, guys? All right, another thing for this first bit while you're setting up the colors is that, guys, as you see in the bottom right corner at the moment, guys, as you're going, so say you put the white through and it's 4 and 1, you're going to want to make sure that someone is putting that in the chat by going like W41, and then you go red, those 2 colors, and blue, its final color, all right, guys? And once you've got all them in the chat, you can put it all into one. So say it's white, red, blue. All right, so basically the order that it is from 1 to 5, you just want to do that in an abbreviated way. So you'll just do WWBBR. or whatever the combination is. All right, guys, put that in the chat so anyone can pull it up really quickly. This will probably be one of the plate guys that does that, just as they'll have a lot more free time in this first bit of the encounter to do that. All right. Alright, so once you've got all the plates lit up in their correct colors, guys, this is when things start to get interesting. Alright, so you're going to have to start. So at this point, guys, you're going to all your Chronon runners of each color is going to want to get one of their own colors. And the way that the Chronon spawning works, basically, is that at the first, when you first kill the Hydra, you'll have all the colors up. But after that, every time you dunk a color, that color is no longer spawning on the map. So say you dunk blue, all the portals are going to spawn white and reds, and vice versa for all the colors. If you put red in, you only get blues and whites. All right, guys. And the only time that this becomes troublesome is once you're at the point where you've got to start dunking the numbers that the plate people are calling out. So basically, everyone's going to want to grab one of their own color, but the color that has only one single portal to get put into, for that one, guys, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to, two ways to do it. Either you grab one, kill another one so that there's another one of that color on the ground, then you're going to want to dunk it and then pick up that color. Because what that's going to do basically is it's going to make all the colors on the map, the other two colors, the ones that you're going to need two of, possibly. Or the other way to do this is just to have two players pick up that one color and then one of them hold it and the other one dunk it in. But basically what you want to be doing is you're going to want to make sure you have that color, but at the same time, you only want the other two colors to be spawning for this next part. The two colors that are going to have two portals associated with them. Make sense? Definitely make sure you do that last point properly, guys, as that is probably what causes the most deaths in this encounter. That's what causes the most wipes. All right, guys, if you do that right, this encounter becomes really easy. That is the only hard part about this encounter. Alright, and as for the next part, guys, and probably a part that's going to be really good for most of you plate players, alright? Plate mechanics are actually exactly the same as the normal raid, guys. You don't have to do anything different to get to DPS as you would in the normal one, alright, guys? So basically all you're going to do, hop on your plates, guys. You're going to be aligning, calling out the two plates that you can see, just like you do in the normal version of this encounter. And then people have just got to make sure that they're dunking the correct colors into those portals the same way that we did at the start. So if they call out 2 and 3 and they're both blue portals, you just have to make sure that both of them are getting blue chronons put in them, guys. That's why it's important to have the ones that have 2 of each on the map. Make sure that they are the ones that are spawning, basically, because you're only going to need 1 of the one that has a single, but you're going to need 2 of the other ones, at least 1 of them. You know what I mean? All right, and as for DPS, guys, DPS is going to have some very subtle but pretty meaningful changes that you're going to need to take care and be aware of. So you're going to start it just the normal way that you do. It's going to spawn in the middle just as you would normally, guys. One of the main things to keep in mind with this one is that he's going to spawn away like he normally does. He's going to go up on one of the perches, guys, after he does this middle phase. And once he gets up there, guys, he's going to stay up there for the rest of the DPS phase. All right, guys. So it may be good to take a more long range DPS weapon for this encounter because he doesn't come back to the middle at all during DPS. We weren't aware of this the first few times we did this, and it made our DPS really crap because we thought he was coming down. We were waiting for him to come back down a few of the times, but he does not. As you'll see, he just keeps swapping between all of these different ones up here. This first time he actually just swaps to the same one, but it's completely random. He'll keep swapping around up there, and then randomly throughout it, he'll do the buff, the debuff, where you guys have to pop up the shield again, stand in it, and do the countdown. All right, guys. The other good thing that you're going to have to know about this is that you're also going to need to make sure that your runner is basically running the whole time. Yeah, there's no two ways about it. The only other thing is you can bring Tractor for the first part, but it's only going to be useful for the first part. Once he spawns up there, guys, Tractor's going to be useless. You can't really use that. I had a Thunder Crash this whole time. Couldn't really use that either. So just keep it in mind, guys. This is more of a long-range fight this time around in the epic version. Alright, so after DPS is completed, and if you don't push him to final stand in the first DPS phase, guys, basically the second phase of this is just completely the same as the first one, guys, except you're gonna have to do all the portals again. They're gonna change color locations, alright? So you're gonna have to redo all of that, guys. It's basically exactly the same. And the only other thing thing that we got to talk about now is final stand. They added a final stand mechanic to this, guys, and we're going to get into that right now. All right, guys, so as for final stand, it's actually really easy, guys. You're going to want to set up 3 teams of 2 before you get started on this on this encounter, guys. Split your team into teams of 2, and basically when final stand starts, once you get to that last little block of health, guys, you're all going to need to grab one. You're going to need to split up onto the 3 plates, guys, 2 each. And basically what you're going to do is you're going to pick up the buff on the plate, both of you, and then run forwards. I only know where the one on the left is. As you can see in this video, I didn't even know where he was. I got there a bit late. Basically, you split up into teams of 2. You'll pick up your buffs, and the pairs of 2 both go and kill their little clone of the Hobgoblin, guys. Once everyone's clone is dead, you come back to the middle, guys, and you finish him off, and that is it, guys. You've beaten the Hobgoblin. Alright, so hopefully this guide helps you guys beat this encounter, and in the end, hopefully you're able to beat the epic raid, guys. I'm going to have a Korogos encounter guide out soon, guys, so stay tuned for that. Like and subscribe for more of these, and I'll catch you in the next one. Stitch out.